Hey everybody, it's the Herb Guy with the Elder Herb Shop, and welcome back to Where Science Meets Nature. I decided to do one that's a little bit not herb related. Have you ever been out and seen what farmers do? We have a car coming, so you might not be able to see it. Right there. You can see the plane going. I'm on my bike, so we'll go up a ways. If you wonder what they're doing, well, I can smell and taste the chemicals that they're spraying, and can honestly tell you that in about 2 weeks, all of these crops that you see here, from that gentleman right there, will most likely be dead. The crops itself, because they have to have and make sure that all these crops die at the same time when they go to harvest it. They have to be dead at the same time, otherwise you get some that are more ripe than others. So what do you think it is they're spraying on there? It seems kind of like an enigma and a mystery, doesn't it? We're sitting out here, we're watching people spray. It looks like it's for our benefit, and it kind of is. Helps make sure that the farmer doesn't have any waste. Here he comes again. You can see him out there. Well, I can tell you what it is that he's spraying, and you probably won't like it very much, but the crops are getting sprayed currently with glyphosate. You're like, wow, glyphosate, that sounds really bad. What is that? The other name for it is Roundup. And they get sprayed on virtually every crop we have in the United States. And once I finish with this part here, we'll go back to the office and I'm going to pull up some stats for you, and you can see that in the last 10 years, we have sprayed over 180 million pounds of that crap on our crops, and it is literally in every single thing we eat, virtually, I guess. Virtually everything we eat, even the organic stuff. I'm half a mile away from that guy, and I can taste it in my mouth. I mean, I got hit with the residual spray. He comes, he sprays, there's wind, so everybody gets a little dose. It gets in your crops, it gets in your food, it gets in the food that your pets eat, it gets in the food that you eat, it gets in everything. It's in everything we eat. So, if you care about anybody, share this. Share this video. Not a bad video to share, after all. Not many people know that all your crops are getting sprayed with Roundup. But give me a few minutes, I gotta ride back to the house, and we'll go back over this again, and I'll give you some numbers and some websites that you can go to yourself, and you can see this all for yourself. Hang on a minute, I gotta ride back. Do you like those pancakes? You do? What are you eating? What are those called? Pancakes. Okay, so we're back in the office. In June of 2019, I shared an article that I found on NBC News in regards to Roundup being found in our food sources, including Cheerios. And I did a little bit more digging and found the actual study and read that. And it was really disturbing. And it made me think really hard. How much Roundup do we have to spray in order for it to be found in our food sources like this? The simple answer to that question is a lot. And we do spray a lot of Roundup. Roundup is used by farmers all over the world to help make crops die a little faster so they can harvest everything all at the same time. Here in the United States, we use it in order to do our crops, and it's found in everything. It's found in all of our crops. It's found in the crops that are fed to our animals. It's found in crops that we eat for ourselves. And how much Roundup do you think we really do spray? A lot. we spray a lot of Roundup. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the conversions in US measurements to make it a little bit easier to understand and maybe wrap your mind around. But since 1974 in the United States, we have sprayed over 3.5 billion pounds of Roundup on our crops. I've gone ahead and I've done a little bit of research, and I've found that 1 gallon of Roundup weighs 5.5 pounds. So, since 1974, we've sprayed 641,272,727 gallons of Roundup on our crops. Now, 2/3 of that has been sprayed in just the last 10 years, or at least in the last 10 years since 2016, which came out to be 423,240,000 gallons sprayed on our crops in just 10 years. Total of 42,324,000 a year sprayed in our crops just in the United States. And because sometimes I'm a little quirky, I took it just one step further. If you take that down to blue barrels, that's 769,527 blue barrels every single year that's sprayed on the crops, on the food that we eat. And of course, it's also in the food that our livestock eats, meaning that it's also in the meat that we eat. I know that sounds really gloomy, but there is a silver lining to all of this. Even though we're surrounded by toxins, there are many natural substances that can help detoxify our bodies relatively easily. There's activated charcoal, bentonite clay, and the one that I find most ironic would be dandelion. Milk thistle seed helps with your liver, and in later videos, I'm going to put together other ways you can help detoxify your body naturally. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and if you liked it, please consider giving it a like and a share. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our great new content. Thank you for watching and have a great evening. Goodbye.